Hello YouTube, and welcome to my June dividend portfolio update. Not a lot happened this month, another flat month in the world while it's still in turmoil. But yeah, started off just under 18k, went through fairly flat. Trump did decide to bomb Iran and was kind of expecting the markets to dip quite a bit, but they didn't. So a little bit disappointed there, I'd say. The only thing I can say is well, I sold out quite a few companies this month just to cash in on the yearly high and to reduce my portfolio size, but overall not bad. 1.7% up, so yeah, relatively flat, but still good rate of return. On the top 10, well, let's call it top 5 because top 10 gets a bit boring, I suppose. So Rolls-Royce still number 1, Segro still in there, Shell and BP and Realty Income. I'll keep saying reality for. What's really dominating my portfolio at the moment is the cost of the dollar versus the pound. It's really weak at the moment, so I think it's like exchange rate is like 1.3, something like that. So yeah, pretty bad. But let's have a look at the portfolio as a whole. And if you want to see something, just pause the video. And, there's not too much to talk about this month. You'll see some reds, or you see more red than normal, I think, and that is because of the dollar more than anything. The dollar exchange rate is bad. Capital's having a good run at the moment. Right there, look, $186, so nearly back to that $400 mark. So from the month low, sort of gone up 30-ish dollars, which is not bad. And they've been announcing their future manufacturing and stuff like that, so that's pretty good. General Dynamics had a bit of a run as well, probably on the back of conflicts going around the world at the moment, so it's not great for that sort of thing. No, BP did have a bit of oil in general, had a bit of it, but there was a lot of fake news or a lot of things being announced that Shell was taking them over, and Shell since denied that, but that had a good run there in the middle of the month, especially around the turmoil. I was expecting that to go a lot higher with the bombing in Iran, but it didn't, so a bit disappointed. So like I said, I did sell out quite a few companies, so I had some cash to invest in the market if it dipped and try and take advantage of it, but never happened, so disappointed. What else? Not a lot really. It's not a lot to talk about this month. It was a really boring month for me. I didn't spend that much time on my portfolio either. So I had a quite busy month at work. Yeah, realty income. Just to sort of show you what I mean by the dollar. So I'm at 55 average. They're at 57, so I should put in a nice little profit. But it's actually my return is down 24 quid because of the exchange rate, which is slightly disappointing. Rolls-Royce, that did have my gem of my portfolio. It's the best buy I think ever in all time I've been buying and selling shares and holding them. Rolls-Royce has been the best pick of the bunch. So they got the first government contracts for modular nuclear reactors, and then it just skyrocketed. So from like the beginning of April, when we had the Trump stuff, tariffs going on, got the contract, and it's then just carried on that trajectory. If you look at the year, for example, look straight up. If you look from COVID, straight back up, it's nearly at an all-time high. And I predict that to be £10 a share very, very soon, I think. But apart from that, not a lot really happening around the world, apart from war. I don't want to talk about that. So anyways, that's my portfolio. I hope you sort of see something you want to look at. Let's have a look at my dividends for the month. So this month I put in £250 of my own money into the ISA into my portfolio in the cash ISA. So my cash ISA currently sits at 15,200 and I got £50 of interest this month. So not bad. So we look at dividends then, it's run through them. So 3M paid out 87 pence. Anflac paid out £1.06. AGNC Investment paid out £1.99. Got my second dividend from Google that had 20p, which weren't bad. Archers and Daniel, the agriculture sector in the US, still suffering quite badly. Paid me out 93p. My Bluefield Solar Income, so part of the renewables. Because I've spent quite a bit of money in renewables or in energy in general in the UK, because the government was going to set up a UK generation company, whatever they wanted to call it. So I did pump quite a bit of money in these. I have been just lately trying to hopefully pay off. But that paid me out £4.08, which is really good. BP paid me out £10.73, and I thought that's quite low, but then I realised they pay out in dollars, not in pence. So, sorry, not in pounds. So then that exchange rate killed that off. Ford Motor Companies, this is the one I did with the Wolf of Wall Street pie with my friends. So that's my first dividend from then at 6 pence. Gladstone Land, again, really still disappointing. This is going to turn in, I can feel it's going to turn into the next global clean energy ETF that I can't get rid of. But anyway, paid me out £1.73. Horizon Technology Finance paid me out 69 pence. HSB paid me out £4.01, which is really good. That's turned into quite a big dividend payer for me. IBM paid me out £1.60. So again, great news from them. JP Morgan US bonds paid me out 83 pence. And then I sold Sainsbury's because it pays out biannually. I've passed 6 dividend dates, so I should still get dividend, and it was at a good price, so I wanted the cash, so I sold them out. Johnson & Johnson, that paid me out £1.01, which is pretty good. Legal and General, also sold them out as well after I got the dividend. Again, I wanted the cash for in case it dipped, so but I got the dividend anyway. That paid me £7.84, which is quite a chunk, but again, it's only a biannual. Kind of regret it, kind of don't. Did I wanted the cash? LTC Properties paid me out £1.20. I'll be sorry, £1.19. So not too bad. Main Street Capital paid me out twice this month. A total of £1.80. I think it was like 82 pence and 98 pence. I think the 2 payments were. So not too bad. McDonald's. Oh, they announced the menu, didn't they? I said about that. Anyway, they paid me out 82 pence, which is pretty good. Meta's doing quite well still. That paid me out 33 pence. Microsoft, again, paid me out 23 pence. So it's pretty good. Coming along there. National Grid, that passed the 6th dividend date as well. Again, I wanted cash, so I sold that out. Pepsi Company paid me out £1.08. Pfizer paid me out £2.13. My PIMCO ETFs paid me out £1.12 and £1.09 respectively. PP Industries paid me out 59p. Prospect Capital, again, been pumping a little bit of money in that because it was cheap, kind of regretting it. So, but anyway, that paid me out £2.82, so quite strong. Royalty Income, nice little steady plug along there, £2.62. What else? Rolls-Royce, got my first dividend from them. That paid me out £7.41, which is like a big boost for this month. Really helped my portfolio out, that did actually, for this month. Severn Trent, so again, past 6 dividend date, pays biannually, wanted the cash, sold that out. Shell paid me out £7.15, which is pretty good. Stag paid me out 48 pence, steady as you like, that one. T-Ray Price, again, that paid me at £1.60, so reasonably happy with that. Trig Trig paid me out £3.80. Again, another one I've been pumping a little bit of cash into for the UK energy security thing, whatever they're doing, government's doing. 24 monthly select fund paid me out £1.46. So yeah, not too bad. Unilever paid out as well, £1.16. Another one I sold this month, United Utilities Group. Again, past 6 dividend date. Wanted the money, so I sold it. So I should still get the dividends on all those. Pays out biannually as well. That's another reason why I sold it. UK Gilt paid me out 50p. Waste of time. And WW Granger, quite a large grower that one. A bit like a Rolls Royce that is for me, but in the US. Paid me out 47p. And then finally, Whitestone REIT paid me out 41 pence. So overall, not bad. Give me a grand total of £78.86, which is what, 28 quid more than interest I got on my cash ISA. So let's have a look at the charts quickly before we go down to the numbers. So good to see it's going up, but I think I've got a target just over £800 in dividends. So this really needs to be sort of, I've got to maintain this level for the rest of the year, I think, to make it like £70, £80 a month, every month. Otherwise, I'm going to miss that target, I think. But looking on my top 5 dividend payers, BP is still number 1. And I think then it's tight between HSBC and Prospect Capital. I'll call them joint second, with Shell and then AG&C Investments coming in. So this landscape is slowly changing. HSBC coming up, Shell's remain stable in there. Prospect Capital has been pumping money in there, and you've got royalty income coming in as well. 24-month select fund. There's quite a few coming in there, so it's slowly changing. It's top. Let's go through the numbers then. So, like I say, I put 250 in this month, giving me a total top money invested this year is just over £2,000. My investment value sits at 18k. I can't remember what it was on here, 15k. So yeah, so about 3k up. So that is, I have also put some cash in as well for those who notice the difference. So I've took that cash off because that's not really invested yet. So yeah, 3 grand up, not bad. Some other stuff just looks at the year, it's doing not too bad. But overall, getting return on investment of just under 20%, which is pretty good. Pretty good rate of return actually. Quite impressed with that. I was not expecting that when I started this portfolio, but well, not going to make 50k though. Dividend yield. So dividend yield on cost, so that's the money I've put in, is 8.8%, and dividend yield on value, so that's the value of the portfolio, is 7.3%. So really high yields there. Yeah, probably should take some of the risky ones out, like Prospect Capital. Should really take that out. But anyway, capital growth this year is now sitting at £330, and the dividends for 340. So it's all good return there. Give me total capital growth on stuff about 3 grand. So that's really good. Quick look at the front sheet then. Oh, all my charts gone. Where are they gone? I don't know. There you go. Don't know what happened there. Let's say this month an all-time high actually. Didn't realise that. Oh, nice. So this month was my best month so far since the portfolio, which beats September, which was my best month last year. So yeah, really good. Above the trend line, which is where it needs to remain. But it's just, I like looking at this graph because it does show how my dividends are growing over time with an exponential growth rate. So yeah, really pleased with that. So on to the dividends by year. So 2025 has now exceeded 2023. Halfway through the year, beat 2023. Next one up, onwards and upwards, 2024. Got smashed that one out now. Return on investment, so we are sitting at that 20% mark. It's pretty good. And then, for some reason, this graph's gone a bit skew-if. but June is now showing as my strongest month, which is really good. All right, let's have a look at how we are stacking up against the 50k over 5 years. Well, story hasn't changed terribly. Not even going to make it halfway. Bit ambitious with that target, but I did have other plans when I first started out 5 years ago of putting in more money a month and stuff, but cost of living and COVID happened and all sorts of things happened really, which kind of squiffed it. But never mind. So against the targets, got dividends at £871. We're not even halfway, so that's going to struggle. Capital growth though, that's covered a bit of recovery just lately, so we should make that target. And the fund is £2 behind, with about £2 left to put in. So yeah, should make that target. But in terms of 50k, I'm still looking at 11 years. Well, at the end of this year it'll be 10. Right, that's about it really. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a little thumbs up, it really helps me out. And consider subscribing. Okay guys, see you next time. Thank you.